Okay, right now I'm just speaking through the MacBook microphone. So let's see if you guys can hear me then I'm gonna try my other mic. See if it works. Reconnect it or something. I'm gonna try getting onto this as quickly as possible, but it's just messing up a bit. Okay, right now I'm just speaking through the MacBook microphone. So let's see if you guys can hear me then I'm gonna try see if it works. Reconnect it or something. I'm gonna try getting onto this as quickly as possible. It's just messing up a bit. Okay, what about now? I mean, okay, I'm gonna try looking this up, but I'll show you guys the trade so far. literally just tapped my area I needed and then we plummeted down. I'm gonna try looking this up. Literally just tapped my area I needed and then plummeted down. I'm just looking up how to fix this mic issue. Okay, what about now? Is it any better? If it doesn't work now, I'm just gonna talk into the normal microphone and just get started with this recap. Okay, it's working now. I can hear myself. Okay, now we can start. Okay, it's working now. I can hear myself. Now we can start. Okay. Okay, so let's start with euro dollar. What was I seeing? Actually, I need to journal this. Yeah, and let me know. It should be clear right now. So there shouldn't be a problem. 356. Time in the trade 428. It was a B setup and it was like a 1.2% gain. So the reason I only took 1.2 is because I only needed that much to pass. It would have been a loss. Just gonna go to my daily markups and just screenshot this, add it in. Thursday. There was no SMT, it was a B setup in my books as well. I already stated that. It wasn't the highest probability setup, but literally got tagged out. Well, our take profit got hit and then it went down. Um, yeah. Okay, so now let's recap it. So, starting from the daily, delete all of this. Okay. Yeah. So, what was I seeing? So yeah, from this, I'm still bullish on the daily, and my overall targets are the ones up here. Those are the overall targets on the daily. So that's the daily. I'm targeting these highs, and we're very, very bullish. I mean, just look at this move up. So there's no real bearish indications. I mean, we've shown this wick, but what are we reacting off? You could say this fair value gap, I think. Yeah, there's a fair value gap here, right there. So we've literally just tapped into this fair value gap, and now we're reacting. So I could see why we're bearish in a way. However, overall, looking at the bigger picture, we are very bullish still. And another thing came into this fair value gap as well. Mean threshold, near about, I think. We've literally just tapped into this fair value gap. And now can't see us. What's going on today? Okay, now you should be able to see the screen. Okay, so yeah, mean threshold, bullish on the daily. Overall targets are here. I'm looking at some areas of interest on the left that we could potentially go into. So this fair value gap here, which is reacting already. So I feel like we can definitely fill this whole fair value gap imbalance there. So we've literally just tapped it. I feel like we can at least go through the mean threshold and then even go above it because there's a lot of liquidity resting above here. We have sort of some equal highs there. I'll extend it here, and I think Around this high, is there a big figure? Yes, there is. I would say 1.13950. 50. That's a big number. That's a psychological level. So I feel like if we go past this, and if we're still bullish market structure as well, then we're going to be targeting this. So that was the bullish bias on the daily. Now, if we go down to the 1 hour coming into session, what was I seeing, or what did I want to see? So 1 hour is pretty much choppy. There is displacement down. However, I remember this when we were coming into the session there. So when we were coming into the session and I did my morning forecast, what was I seeing? We saw bearish displacement there, giving an opposing bias to the bullish, because the bullish was sorry, the daily was bullish, right? However, if the hour, if it's displacing to the downside, then that's showing me that it's conflicting biases, to be fair. However, when we came into the session, what do we see? We saw this bearish fair value gap get disrespected and broken through. So what is that showing me? That's showing me that the bullish daily bias is holding. Furthermore, check this out. Boom, boom, wick, wick. Two large wicks on the hour showing me wick rejections. And is there fair value gap here? No. And there's a little order block there, but that's already been filled. However, yeah, so wick rejections, weakness, daily's bullish. So hour showing me bullish signs as well. So I was happy taking buys. I would have taken it anyway. It's just that when they're not synchronized, the hour and the daily, then it's a bit, low probability. However, yeah, bullish. And on the hour, what was I looking for? So I was looking for a move down like this and a move up as usual. So looking at areas of interest down below, I can automatically see a order block there. But that is in the Asian range. I want to see a drop below the Asian low, and there's an order block right there as well. So order block there. Just change that to a 50-hour order block so yeah, you guys can see. So an hour order block there. There's also massive fair value gaps here and here. There was also liquidity residing below this sell side liquidity. So we could have definitely come in and tapped that. There is also an order block here. So an order block there as well. So we had all of these signs. So now if we drop down to the 15-minute, what did we see? Yeah, you guys should be able to see the screen now. Yep. So the way I usually do it is I mark out the Asian high and the Asian low, which is right there. Asian high, Asian low, and the midnight opening price. So we have all of these factors, and what was I looking for? I was looking for a move here, then I was looking for a break in market structure, fair value gap, simple, right? Liquidity sweep, fair value gap, break a structure, enter. So that's what I was looking for. Then what did we do? We came in and what was this? 3:30. So came in at 3:30 and dropped down to the lower time frames. I took this on the 4-minute. So we had this order block. We pushed quite aggressively through it. So I wasn't really looking at this order block any like with some real significance. So we can delete that. Asian low has been taken. Liquidity right there. We came down again. This was my break in market structure line right there. How I was aware that we had this massive displacement push down. So what we could have done is come into this huge fair value gap, mean threshold, reacted and carried on down. So I was aware of that, hence why it was a B setup and not an A plus or an A star setup. So it wasn't the highest probability. Furthermore, there was no SMT divergence. So that's when, the euro dollar is making a lower low. Whereas, so okay, let me explain this to you. SMT divergence, euro dollar makes a lower low. in a norm, if the DXY and the euro dollar are correlated, which most of the time they are, then when this made a lower low, the DXY would have made a higher high. So I'll just there. So as this made the lower low, the DXY would have made a higher high. That would be correlated. However, when there is an SMT divergence, the euro dollar would have made a lower low. However, once it made the lower low, the DXY wouldn't have made a higher high and it would have made a lower high. That's when there's a Kraken correlation, and that is an SMT divergence. So I can actually show you what it was looking like. So this is a DXY underneath, and as you can see, the timing here is 340, one low, and the next low is 348. So 340 to 348, we had a lower low. However, if we go here and go to, yeah, 340 here is right there, and what was this? 348 is the 5 minute, that's why. There we go. So 348. So there's a higher high. So as the euro dollar made a lower low, we made a higher high on the DXY. So that showed me correlation, which is normal, right? It's standard. If there wasn't a correlation, if there was a Kraken correlation, if when we made a lower low there and the DXY didn't make the higher high and made a lower high like that, then there would be an SMT divergence and that would be a higher probability trade. But it wasn't. So there's loads of things which weren't high probability of this trade, which is why it lost. So there was massive momentum displacement in one candle, which is not very corrective. Second, we've come into this area of liquidity previously that we marked out on the 15 minute, but are we really reacting to it? No. If we came into liquidity and were showing this sort of price action, I would be way more confident in taking this trade. But we're just showing very bearish momentum, not reacting to it. So that's another sign. And then finally, so yeah, no weakness, no SMT, and very, very impulsive. So we did break through this with displacement. Okay, this is clear displacement showing me that, it wants to go up, price does want to go up. However, where is it going up to? A massive fair value gap to the left. What would be high probability as well, and I've actually made a video on this, is that if there was a bearish fair value gap to the left, and if that got disrespected as we broke structure. So what I'm trying to say is we broke structure there, right? This is our break in market structure. However, what I'm saying, it would be a higher probability trade if there was a fair value gap there and we went, disrespected it and broke structure with displacement. That would be way more, a high chance of winning. But that wasn't there as well. So it's not the highest probability trade. However, something that was pretty good was that there was an order block mixed with a fair value gap. So I'll draw the order block right there. And usually when this happens, it's a higher chance of winning. Order block. So an order block, fair value gap. And yeah, that's the entry pretty much. So I entered there. I had my stops below this. So I think it was 8 pips. I usually just go round numbers. It's easier that way. Guys, if you don't understand anything or if you have any questions, just make sure to comment them down below in the live chat. Or if you have anything to talk about, honestly, like I don't want this to be like a very serious sort of live stream. I just want to, as it says, just like chill vibes. But yeah. So I only needed 1.1% to pass the challenge. So usually I go for a 2, 1 to 2. However, with commissions and everything, it's pretty much a 1 to 2.2. So that will be an alright trade as well. However, I needed 1.1 to pass. So with spreads and commissions, it became a 1 to 1.3 actually. 5.9 was the take profit. 5.9, yeah. 5.9 was the take profit. This was the trade. So we got tagged in right there, showing some nice reactions, but we were in drawdown for a bit. Then we pushed up then came down again. I'm pretty, yep. Had this nice reaction, and this is when we ended up hitting take profit there. Hitting take profit, and right after take profit was hit, we plummeted down. So it was already a B setup, so I wasn't surprised this happened. We came up again a bit, and then, yeah, went down. Also, there was news today. I doubt that I even did anything news at 8:30. 8:30. Yeah, pretty much I didn't do much. But so that was a trade recap. Now let me give my market thoughts. So that was a session recap as well, London kill zone. I don't trade New York. So now let's see where we are. What is going on? It's very, very bearish. Very bearish. I mean, look at this move. Screaming bearishness. Overall bearish market structure on the 15-minute. Um, Hour displacing to the downside as well. Very bearish. Hour displacing to the downside as well. Very bearish. So the way I see it, what we're gonna do? Mm, I'm seeing if we are reacting off anything or possible areas we could react off. There's a lot of fair value gaps here, hourly fair value gaps. So we could definitely react off that. There's one there. So I'm looking for tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we could take a nice buy setup into these areas. Um, yeah, just mark another fair value gaps. There's an order block here as well. This area, order block. But these are the areas I'm looking for price to enter now and then have a reaction so we could buy tomorrow. Because overall, I'm bullish on the daily. So if we go to the daily chart, yes, we're reacting. We're probably gonna be filled in this imbalance now. So we could fill this in and then carry on up. There's also this massive fair value gap on the daily that we could tap into. Um, what else? In terms of premium and discount, we could potentially, depending on how bearish a day we have, come into the discounted area, hit the EQ, fill in this fair value gap, and then carry on up. However, overall, I'm just gonna do what the market shows me. And overall on the daily, because that holds the highest power, I'm very bullish on the daily. Even market structure wise, we're breaking structure to the upside. You reckon we will go down further? Yeah, there's a lot of fair value gaps down below. That's the thing. I and there's an order block there as well. I feel like, I mean, we could come down here. There's a fair value gap there as well, mixed with the EQ. So we could definitely come down there. Looking at something like a DXY on the daily, I mean, there's a lot of bearish fair value gaps to fill there as well. And following my daily bias method, we are bullish on the DXY. So, I mean, if there's anything, it's giving me signs that we could be bearish on the euro. There's a break in market structure right there. So bullish on the DXY. That means dollar's going to be strengthening. So looking at euro dollar on its own, I'm bullish. Okay, I'm still bullish. However, looking at DXY, I'm bullish as well. And if I'm right on the DXY, then we are bearish on the euro dollar. However, I'm just going to stick to the plan. And it's saying overall we're bullish. My targets are these highs. High one, high two, big figure there. and this is just a high. So buy side on top of that. So looking at tomorrow, I'll be looking for a, I mean, it's just a simple power of three, right? Asian range, Asian low sweep, break of structure, fair value gap, liquidity sweep, boom. Targeting highs. So I'll be doing that. And yeah, that is pretty much it. What else? Yeah, so I passed a challenge and on I'm 1% away for the 50K. So the plan is if there's a trade tomorrow, that'll be pretty cool. But my first account's been disabled because once you pass, they disable your account and they like review everything basically. So they're gonna review that and then we'll have an update. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, I want to know what's happening with you guys. How's your trading going? All that good stuff. Did you guys take any trades today? What are your thoughts on EU or whatever you trade? What's your bias? I'm not an ICT trader, but mostly S&D. I learned trading in Photon, but very similar. Right, right. Okay. I mean, Photon is it's a lot of market structure, right? So I'm guessing. I mean, yeah, daily on the bullish. Daily on the bullish on the daily for sure. It's just that looking at DXY is showing strength, but yeah, very bullish on EU. I believe the bearish momentum was very strong. Yeah, it is strong momentum. However, I feel this is just a larger liquidity raid. Looking at the hour, there's a lot of areas of interest here, and also equal lows right there. Another low right there, liquidity. So there's a lot of liquidity, sell side liquidity here. So I feel like, we could come here very strong as it's doing right now, taking out all these traders who are long. Then I feel like we'll probably just consolidate anyway during like midnight. Then London kill zone, I feel like take out all of this liquidity already in a fair value gap and then buy model to the upside. Yo, how's it going, Harsh? Hope everything is good with you. But yeah, I just did a session recap and all of that good stuff. And short term long was to fill the bearish imbalance. Okay, so you're saying that the fair value gap here on the daily, what you're saying is that we just fill this. That's the thing. I feel like if we have to react off this fair value gap, it's at least going to come to the mean threshold or fill it fully before going down. If we get a break in market structure on the daily, then I'm bearish for sure. If we get something like this, a move down, then I'm bearish targeting these equal lows right there. For sure. Hmm. Yeah, definitely. That is the plan. But yeah, I would say it's a bit neutral to be fair. You could take shorts and longs. I feel like overall shorts would be better, but playing a couple of pips, 15, 20 pips, you could long that, take your profit and leave. You know what I mean? So I feel like you could definitely do that. But that's the scene. Yeah, what's going on with you guys? Thought I'll just come on here, chill for a bit. Let's see if I can show you the account. Hold up. We're gonna have to censor this part. Okay, here we go. So, this was the account. Yeah, this. Let me turn that off. Okay. I need to get some music on this next time. If any of you guys know how to get some music in the live stream on OBS, let your boy know. Okay. So now let's go over stats and all that. At what point do you consider a fair value gap mitigated? Okay, so that's a good question. The way I see it, with a fair value gap, I don't really see it as mitigated or, have we filled this, have we not? So to keep it simple, this is a fair value gap right there. We've done some move there. This is our fair value gap. If we come into this and even tap it a tiny bit, then I won't take any entries off it. However, if this is on the daily time frame, then I'll be like, okay, we did tap this. However, there's much more to fill in this imbalance. We can get to the mean threshold, which is the 50% area of this fair value gap, and also we can fill it in. However, with entries, my whole strategy course will be coming out as well. So I'll clarify everything in that. But for entries, if this is the entry, break of structure, fair value gap, there. If there is a fair value gap there, that's and a fair value gap there, but this fair value gap has already had a slight tap. So okay, let me make this easier. Okay. Let's say we just tap into this fair value gap, go up, break structure, and there's another fair value gap here. So the question is, which fair value gap would you take? Because, there's still much more area for mitigation in this one, but this is very clean and it hasn't even been tapped once. So for entries, I'm taking this one. However, when I'm looking at daily bias, you know, something like this, then, for example, yeah, perfect. There's this daily fair value gap there, right? Something like this. This has been tapped, right? But I wouldn't call this mitigated. For me, I'm still bullish on the euro, hence why I feel like it's going to go all the way up and fill this in. Once it fills this in, then, you know, it's fully mitigated. And also for I know in order blocks, right? If price goes past the order block even by like zero point 0.1 pips, then the order block is invalid. But for fair value gaps, if it goes past, it's fine. Because if it leaves a massive wick like it's done there, and then reacts, then it's showing me that we filled in price, shown a reaction, and we've broken structure. So in that way, supply and demand is different in terms of what you count as mitigated and all that stuff. But yeah. Okay, so Yeah, 10.27. Yeah. Okay. So I was actually on a winning streak, which is why all of these trades were winners. So um yeah, this is a one-step challenge. That's why there's this maximum trailing loss of 6%. We have max daily loss. That was pretty good. It's the only trade in London. Yeah, Fred. Only London right now. I was looking at gold, but I feel like if anything, as of this stage, I'm gonna go to GU. I'm gonna go cable before I do anything else. But yeah, and I've got this 50k account. So I need 1% on this. Less than a percent. 0.9. So I need 0.9 on this to get phase one done out of the way. And this is two-step. Two-step challenge. So you got that. And yeah, pretty much I'm gonna get the 300k. They're doing an offer as well, so that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, that is the scene. That's what. Nice. Yeah, I'll catch you guys later. I'm gonna go. I've got so much other work to do, and I need to. Yeah, I need to buy the 300k, set that up, set up a new account on the trade copier as well. The stats look really great. Which cool, cool, cool. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna go as well. But yeah, hopefully we can do more, and I'll be doing session recaps too, so that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, guys, take care, and see you guys in the next one, I guess.